guy Darius in the house, man. Come on. Come on into the show. I want to hear what you got to say. Talk to us, man. What do you think about this whole situation, man? What do you think about this whole situation, Darius? Give us something. What do you got to say, man?
What's going on? What's going on? Happy Saturday to everybody. Before I go into my small rant, I just want to say bless you, big brother. Like real talk. I appreciate your channel. I appreciate the topic. I appreciate the masculinity. I appreciate the conversation as a whole, man. It's very much appreciated.
Appreciate you too, bro. We definitely do.
What I will say is this, is that the commentary that I've seen just from like my Facebook and social media friends and so on and so forth, it's been kind of disgusting. It's been kind of disgusting. And I say that because if I'm not mistaken, Deion Sanders was at JSU for 3 years, right?
3 years. That's right. That's right.
He earned less than $1 million for his 36 months.
That is right.
And I had to Google it. If we're just talking about the money, I had to Google it right fast. And Google said that during Deion Sanders' 15-year career in football, he earned anywhere between $32 and $45 million. If we just want to talk about the money, at what point in time are people going to realize that they got a superstar candidate on their roster at a discount?
Don't tell them to my dears. Don't do it. Deep
discount. At a deep discount.
That's right.
If that doesn't tell people that he's not in it for the money, we talking about prime time. Come on now. If that doesn't tell people that he wasn't in it for the money, then I don't know what does, because what he did is he became a catalyst for change, because he easily could have went and said, you know what? I am going to retire and I am going to start a program for middle school, high school, college quarterbacks, and I'm gonna start trying to get mine on the back end as a sports agent. I'm gonna try to get a piece of these $100 million contracts these boys coming in the league with at 22, 23, 24.
Yep.
He could have easily did something that would have been different, but it didn't help the overall concept of underprivileged athletes not having the same opportunity as bigger name schools.
So tell me this, Darius. I love it. Tell me this. Why do you think he's doing this? Give us your perspective, because you mentioned you don't see it for the money. You don't see it for the money at all. I can tell you this. I don't see it as a money situation either. But I want to hear from you. Why do you think he made the move?
I'll say from what I understand about JSU and the way that they treated their facilities, the way that they operated their facilities, I think that Deion just didn't want to continue. He probably would have ended up bankrupting himself trying to float that school. With the stuff that they should have already been lobbying with from their alumni, donations and investment funds that school should already have in place to invest in stadiums, to invest in equipment, to invest in sponsorships and brand deals, to invest in the raising awareness of the community to a higher level. Not saying that it's not already high, but raising the awareness of the community participation and support of the school to a higher level. Deion did that just by being Deion.
Right.
He was the PR. He was the PR.
He was the brand. He became the brand. Yeah. And now, trust and believe, he made the connections that he made the connections and added to his network. He did exactly what he needed to do. I'm actually going through something similar where, because currently working at a warehouse right now, right? I'm at the Proctor Free, 99% done with course careers. Yep.
It's time for me to take my Proctor Free exam.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, because I'm ready for the transition, man.
Yep.
But I was telling a coworker of mine about a warehouse that's hiring up the street, paying $3 more, same shift, same pay schedule, so on, same benefits, same everything, just more money. So I told him about it, but he stuck. He stuck with where we at. He stuck with where we at.
Why do you think that was the case? Why do you think that was the case, man?
You know what? I've heard all of the excuses from him, man, and I care about him. I want him to see him do better. He, you know, his thing was the benefits, then his thing was this, and then his thing was that, and I told him straight up. Once I saw the job post and it was right up the street from the direction that I already got to go in for work right now, I said, man, I'll be over there Tuesday. I'll be over there Tuesday, man. So I'm finna go see what they talking about.
You got to entertain the opportunity. You got to entertain the opportunity. And some people don't want that level of uncomfortability, right? They don't know. They don't want to explore, and they're comfortable. And they're comfortable. They're very comfortable in that situation. And that sounds like that may be your coworker as well, too.
But one thing, and my thing is that I don't know about anybody else, but I've consistently been in a situation where I thought I was doing good and something would happen and I'd realize, oh, I need to be doing better. So that Deion Sanders was the catalyst for the eyes that needed to be on that situation.
Yep.
I'm hoping that I can be the catalyst for anybody that's around me to just go ahead and do better.
I love it. I love it.
Just go ahead. Like, come on, man. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I love it.
You know, I mean, and I think a lot of times everybody wants a running buddy. You know, I'm a lone wolf at times, but I prefer not to be a lone wolf. I prefer to travel in a pack, man, with people who are grinding and getting it. But sometimes you have to do it for you. And and a lot of times you're going to be alone when you do it until people see the benefits of that pivot.
Yep. That's right. Man, you're preaching, brother. You're preaching. You got anything else for us, man?
Nah, I don't, man. Say, man, y'all like the channel, subscribe, share the word. We talking tech, we talking grown folk stuff over here, man. And I love it, man. Bless you and your family. Bless everybody else in their family and everything it is that they got going on. I wish y'all the best in y'all endeavors, man.
Appreciate you, Darius, man. Thank you so much for the call, my man. We'll talk soon, okay? Appreciate you, brother.
What's up, Ladder Climbers? This is Antoine Wade. I wanted to interrupt this video to talk to you guys about Course Careers. Course Careers is the place that you guys need to go if you have a high interest into tech sales. They will help you gain the skills that you need so that you can enter the tech sales world to make a whole bunch of money. Tech sales salaries early on is about $60,000, guys. That's a good salary. And with OTEs, you can make anywhere from $85,000 to $90,000. If you have an interest in tech sales, check out Course Careers, link in the description. And don't forget to use Antoine50 so that you can get a $50 discount off of Course Careers. See you guys in tech sales.
Brother, who else? Brother, East Coast Cab is in the house, man. Go ahead, come off the mute. Let me just make sure I can unmute you. Can you hear us, Kev?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. God bless. How you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic, my man. What do you got on the topics, man? Let's I want to hear what you got to say on this whole thing, man. Tell us what you got to say, man.
I will come with a different perspective today.
Yes, sir.
First of all, shout out to the chat. Shout out to you for having me here.
Absolutely.
And allowing me to give a chance to speak. I just want to talk to Black people for a moment. I'm not trying to make it a race thing, but I want to talk to Black people for a moment. When you have a prominent brother or sister that comes to the community to do things for the community, sacrifice what he sacrificed, you protect that brother at all costs. Do everything for that sister. Do everything in your power as a community to protect that brother or sister, especially when they're stepping down to help out the community. And the reason why I said that is this, because all the janky reports that I'm hearing about, you know, how he was supposed to get a certain percentage of the ticket money, and you know, when the stadium is 60,000 and there's only, and you know, after 30,000 tickets, he was supposed to get a certain amount of percentage off the tickets. Now, if the stadium hosts 60,000 people and you only account for 28 to 30,000 tickets, something's wrong with the math. I'm not a computer guy. I'm not a math student. But even I know the math don't math right. Then, of course, all the reports of them breaking into his office, stealing his stuff. You know, they broke into his son's car and broke into his car. You know, you protect that, bro. You don't let dusty stuff happen like that to a brother or sister that comes back to help the community. You just don't do that.
East Coast Kev is talking today, man. He's talking today.
I just wanted to talk to the family. You know, you don't let that type of stuff happen to that brother. If it was true. You know, which I believe, because I went to an HBCU and I know some of these HBCUs are, you know, colleges alone are just corrupt. You know what I mean? When it comes to the money. So you just don't let that type of stuff happen to that brother or a sister. You know, and I'll land my plane there. I think what he did was good based off of that. Because at first I was like, no, don't leave. You know, you're doing great things. But when I hear that type of stuff, you're sacrificing half your salary. And then they said, okay, it was a tax write-off. He can get the money back. He shouldn't have had to do that in the first place. It should have been already there available for him to make the moves that he had to make. Then they're saying, oh, Colorado doesn't have the money yet to pay him. Trust me, they're going to get the money. They're going to make that money to pay him. And then so he's going to make more money than that $5 million a year. You're talking about endorsements. You got Nike and Under Armour right now fighting over this man.
Wow.
Fighting for him.
I love East Coast Kev, man. I gotta give it to you, man. I love that perspective. I absolutely love it. If you think about it, you know, he shouldn't had to have dealt with what he has to deal with. So maybe the standards, maybe they're just, like you said, there's an elevation of standards in that needs to be applied here, right? People like Deion who are helping the community should be looked in at a different way. Nothing should be happening to these individuals at all. They shouldn't have to take pay cuts. They shouldn't have to have the cars broken into. They shouldn't have to have all this other stuff going on where they aren't getting their fair shake and have to deal with that. Because here's the thing. You don't have to deal with that in other places sometimes, right? You can, you know, get rid of, you can put yourself in locations or places where you don't have to deal with that sort of stuff, right? So guys, if what East Coast Kev is saying is that, you know, for our leaders who are in these spaces, right, that are, you know, coming back into communities to give back and sharing their experiences and helping to, you know, level people up, why should they have to deal with the hoopla, the dustiness? They shouldn't have to deal with that at all. And I 100% agree with you on that one, East Coast Kev. I had no idea that you're going to bring that perspective. And I wasn't even thinking about that from that perspective as well either, because I didn't go and dig into a lot of the previous things that had happened, you know, just like you and I in our everyday lives. There's always things that happens within our career and so forth, right? And I didn't go back to peel that onion back. But if that stuff was happening, like you said, you shouldn't have to deal with that at all. You shouldn't have to deal with that at all, my man. I appreciate you, brother. Anything else you want to add?
That's it. Thank you for having me, and God bless you, and God bless the chat. God bless everybody. Get the likes up.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for coming on, my man. We'll
I'm
talk
a new
later.
subscriber
Okay?
too, by the way.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, man.
All right.
Bye-bye.